My guest today is Miss Elle De Vaughn, formerly known as Joshua Guillory. Born in Houston, Texas, residing in Atlanta, Georgia. She received a bachelor's degree from Dillard University in New Orleans, Louisiana, and later obtained a master's degree in human resource management with concentration in organizational development. Elle is a certified life coach and fitness enthusiast. Elle was very active in the local church and participated in several aspects of ministry, ranging from music ministry to preaching and teaching. And currently, Elle is living her truth and hopes to encourage others to do the same no matter what. Elle continues to inspire others with their fitness goals and life coaching. Elle is a dog mom to Murphy, a mini golden doodle. Elle enjoys working out, entertaining friends and family, and currently works as a training manager for a major healthcare company. Elle lives by the mantra, live each day with gratitude and love. The rest will fall as God intended it for my good. Ladies and gentlemen, Elle De Vaughn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Different Perspectives. Today, I'm doing a little something different because you all are able to see me and my guest. You're actually able to see me and my guest. Yes. I've been doing specials all this month for Pride. And so this month, I've had a bunch of my friends on. I'm not doing anything different right now with that part. I still have another friend on. I want to reintroduce this friend because some of my old friends know this friend because this used to be our friend too, but he is now she. And so I want to introduce to some and present to others Miss Elle De Vaughn. Round of applause for Miss Elle De Vaughn. Miss Elle De Vaughn. And we were just joking. We were just saying how we go back like babes and pacifiers. We've known each other quite a long time. And so, yes. And so we're going to get into this conversation of her journey of going through the transgender journey and what she's going through. And I just wanted her to share her story with all of you. I've been watching from afar for a while, and I'm so proud of her and where she is now. And I think it's important that, again, we're able to hear real-time stories of how people do things and what they experienced and all that kind of stuff. So, Elle,
Hello.
how are you feeling today? Because you look fabulous. How are you feeling?
Girl, I tried to get juiced up for you, girl. I had
You
to.
you did, baby.
I had to get juiced up.
You look fabulous. I'm so honored. I'm so honored.
I feel wonderful. I'm excited about this opportunity. I appreciate you. Thank God for you. So hey, let's do this. Let's get into the good stuff.
Okay, let's get into it. So, tell me when you knew that you were not supposed to be Josh. Let's start there.
Let's start there. Interesting enough, what I'm learning in this journey so far that everybody's story as far as transitioning is different. Everybody has a different journey. My journey is different. And so for me, it wasn't so much of I hated living life as a male. I hated living life as Joshua. That wasn't the case at all. I just got to the point where I realized that Joshua had brought me on this journey as far as he needed to. So
Mm.
when I got to that point, I didn't have an idea what was next. In the back of my head, it was always, you're trans. You don't want to admit it. You can go ahead and be gay and use it as an avenue, but you're trans. And I feared that actual terminology. I feel the whole trans experience. I was always intrigued in some kind of way, got connected to something with the whole trans life, but I always like, no, I'm gay. Appreciate you guys, what y'all do, but I'm just gay. But always in the back of my head, I was fulfilled because I wasn't really living my authentic self and my authentic truth.
Mhm.
So 2 years ago, I went through severe depression where to the point where I didn't want to live anymore.
Mm.
And this is my first time publicly saying this as far as that moment. I had a lot of times, okay, all
Take your
right.
time. Take your time.
We just started, girl. I'm not crying. I promise we're not doing this.
It's okay. It's all right. Take your time.
I just had a lot of moments where I didn't want to live. I didn't want to live. And not so much where I wanted to take my own life. I just didn't care if it was gone, if that makes sense. So if somebody did something to me or if I got into a car accident or whatever, I didn't care anymore because I felt like I just did not want to live. I didn't want to live. And so I started really praying and and God just opened the doors for me to seek counseling and therapy, see what was really going on with me and see what was the issue. Because I started going to therapy, going to counseling, and really talking to my therapist about what was going on and start unpacking and uncovering things. This is when the whole transgender conversation came into play. So when we started talking about that, I really shined it because again, it was always in the back of my head, but I didn't want to bring it to the forefront. But until she was able to make me talk about it and bring it to the forefront, that's when the light came on for me. And I was like, oh my God, that's what it is. This is what it is. And so when it came out of my mouth that I accepted the fact that I was transgender, life has just been the best part of everything. I have a reason to live now. And God has given me an opportunity to live. I had a lot of shit that has happened to me in my life, in my 44 years of living. And God has just carried me through all of that stuff. And even through this. But he allowed me to go through that severe depression and go through all that stuff I went through to get where I am today. And to accept who I am, accept being transgender, accept living life as a woman. And I'm only at the beginning stages of it. I just started this journey about a little less than a year, actually. But just come out and saying that this is what it is, this is what the thing is. The depression was gone. The willingness to live was here again. Unwillingness to thrive, me having hope, me loving myself as Elle, being able to compliment myself and see the beauty within on the outside as well. It was just a whole new insight for me. And so I'm just so grateful for where I am today, where I am right now, where I'm going with this. It's bigger than just becoming a woman, living life as a woman. It's a lot going in on this transitional process on the inside.
Right.
And that's what I'm realizing. And it's just the best part. And I just thank God every day that he allowed me to see this opportunity because if the enemy tried to do is have me take myself out as Joshua, and Elle would have never came forward.
Mm.
I know everybody not going to get it. And it's not for everybody to get it. People who are going to support me and love me are going to support me and love me. But I hope somebody hears this podcast or somebody, even a kid or whatever, hears this and be like, man, I want to live. I want to be my authentic self. You know, I'm not trying to promote the gay agenda or the LGBT agenda or even trans agenda or not. I'm promoting it. I'm promoting living your authentic truth and your authentic self. And I think when you can get to that point, I'm so glad. Sometimes, you know, when I first started, I kept telling my therapist, why wait so long? Why wait so long? She was like, this is the time that you're supposed to do this.
Right.
And I see that now because everything's just been so aligned. When you're on the right path of what God wants you to be on, and I'm not trying to make this a spiritual thing because I'm not necessarily a religious person like I used to be, but I definitely have a relationship. And I definitely understand God. But everything's just aligned when you're on the right path that God intended for you to have. And be open to that, you know? So it's just been a blessing. I'm telling you, it's just been a blessing. And so when I opened my mouth and accepted who I was, the ball started rolling. Things started happening for me that was much easier for me now. 15 years ago wouldn't have been as easy as it is now.
Right.
My job and insurance and things that I don't want to get done. And everything just aligned so perfectly. So I know the time is now and I'm in a good place. I'm just so happy. When I tell people my story, I tell people about me being trans, the first few words is that I'm happy. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just so happy and I have a reason to live.
Hey, listen, the fact that you're happy, that's huge right there. That's huge right there. Now I'm gonna pull, but yeah, sip your tea because I'm gonna pull one out on you now. I told you. Cause see, like I said, we go back a long time.
A long time.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Why this picture? I said, you have a different picture. I said,
Listen.
that picture is a whole rubber.
Listen, you all. This is the picture that Josh gave to me.
I don't even remember getting that. Is crazy.
It's got my name on the back of it. Joshua Guillory gave this to me in 19-something.
Oh,
This is the picture.
Oh,
And I want to make sure y'all see this. This is
oh, look at the black feet and the red on the flower shirt. Oh my God.
signature. This is him.
And my little haircut. That is wow.
We had a part there in the middle.
So that part, my hair was rose like that. So what they tried to do, I don't know who cut my hair, but they tried to make it a little.
Okay, I thought you was being cool. But this is what I want to know. When you see this picture, what do you think? What was this young man thinking? Was Elle anywhere in sight in his mind? Was he conflicted in any way? Was
No,
he struggling with anything, or was he just happy as he could be?
it's a little combination of all of that, honestly. At that point in my life, I was very involved in the church.
Mhm.
And so I lived life based on how other people wanted me to be in there.
Ah.
I was always felt like I was on a platform or a stage so that I had to present a certain way and do certain things. At that age, I didn't know I was gay. I was very feminine then. I can acknowledge that now, but I couldn't acknowledge it then. But I didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know exactly what was going on. And so that was just a time in my life where all I knew was church. I was going to church like 3, 4 times a week and, carrying a big briefcase to church and doing everything. I can remember when I started going to the church that we all grew up in, they would send a church band out there. And there was a whole bunch of us little kids, teenagers going to church in the church band until it finally got down to just me that was continuing to go for so many years after the fact. All I knew was church. I didn't have no life outside of that. I wasn't really big on video games and having friends playing outside, nothing like that. When I did play, I would play with Barbie dolls. I played with my cousin's dolls and stuff. Try to hide and do that. I did that all the time. I enjoyed doing that, trying to do their hair and stuff like that. But that little boy was just trying to live life for other people. Didn't know how to live life for myself. And I can honestly say I did not necessarily, I didn't hate myself, but I didn't know how to love myself.
Mm.
I didn't know how to love myself. And I didn't know I deserved to be loved.
Wow. I think that's a story of a lot of people, a part of the alphabet soup, as I like to call it, the LGBTQ community. I think a lot of us have that feeling, especially when it comes from church. So speaking of church, I know how I feel about my spirituality, but I'm curious, where are you with yours?
Girl, let me tell you, I don't want to get emotional again, but I will when it come down to God and my relationship with him. Because I feel like I feel like it's just me and God. Everybody else, I don't know what's going on, but it's me and God. That's what I feel like. And I know we had pre-chatted before this. I feel closer to him now than I did when I was so heavily involved in the church.
Me too. Me too.
Yesterday, I came back from Los Angeles. I went to Los Angeles and I parked in the parking garage in Atlanta at the airport. If you're familiar with Atlanta Airport, it's one of the biggest airports in the world. That means that the parking deck is off the chain. I've always had a fear of parking decks because I tend to forget where I park. So this time, this happened again. But in LA, on my way back, I was like, oh Lord, here we go. I know I parked in the parking garage. I cannot remember where I parked. And I'm having this thought through my head on the way back to Atlanta. So I get everything goes as planned. I get to Atlanta, get to the parking garage, and I have no earthly idea where my car is.
You didn't take a picture?
I didn't take a picture. Usually I do, but this time I didn't, because when I pulled in, it was like a wee hours of the night. I was on an edible. So no, I didn't remember where I parked.
Lord have mercy, y'all.
But at any rate, so I got back. So I was walking up and down the stairs looking for my car. And I didn't even know what to do. I didn't even know who to call to ask for help. I didn't know. I was just really dumbfounded. And my spirit just kept saying, God got you. God got this. And so I verbally said out loud, I was like, God, at this point I've been walking for an hour looking for my car, okay? Hitting the button. It wasn't nobody but everybody button beep. Everybody car beep. And it's a white car. So thousands of white cars, that's out there, right? So when I said in my mouth, because my spirit had already said, God got you, man. God got you. This is simple. God got you. My spirit had already tried to convince my mind what was going on. So once I had an alignment with that and said out loud, God, show me where my car is. You got this.
Mm-hmm.
That button, when I said that, and that car was not even 2 feet from me.
Mm.
I don't remember parking where my car was at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started boo-hoo crying right there in the parking deck. It was just that, some people say, okay, just you don't know where your car parked. It was bigger than that. It's the fact that God, and then you talk about my relationship and spirituality and all that. God loves me so much that he performed miracles for me.
He shows up for you.
And he shows up for me. And I was boo-hoo crying for so long in the post. People thought I was crazy because I was just like, God, you just love me so much. And I'd be like, God, don't play about me. And I mean that. And I'd be like, now how can people say God's not real? How can people say that trans or gay people or LGBT people don't have a relationship with God? God loves. How can they say that?
How dare they?
I was just so I'm like, man, God just loves me. He got my back. And he said, just trust me. I got you. And so I've gotten closer and closer to him just on, and that's just something that's just happened recently. I can go down along the line of all the miracles God has done and showed up for me. But that's just one thing that comes to mind immediately because it just happened yesterday. But it was just amazing to me how God just showed up for me in that moment.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's just because I trusted him.
yeah. And I mean, hey, that's all it requires is trust.
Do you understand? I had walked up and down.
Oh, I do. I heard you say you had been 2 hours.
Oh my God, with my luggage. No security, people were trying to help, nothing. And to find out, I said, Lord, show me where my car at. I hit that button that time, and that last time, that car said, "Boop," right there in my face. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I just started crying. It was amazing to me. I'm like, God, you're so awesome. You love me so much. And I can't help but serve him and tell people about him. It is not always about the church and getting involved in all that. That's a whole other conversation. But God wants you to have a relationship with him.
Yeah, that's what's most important. That's what's most important. I want you to tell me what the transition for you has entailed because you've gone through a physical transformation, obviously.
Right, right.
And we look at you today. I mean, you're gorgeous. Well, you're just gorgeous. So, I mean, tell the people how you've done such. I mean, because some of us look at your Instagrams and we are in awe. We are just in awe.
You know what?
Some of us can never aspire to such things. If y'all want to know what I'm talking about, go to his Instagram. I cannot say what I'm speaking of, but if you want to know what I'm talking about, go to his Instagram. So tell us how you're able to get certain things in certain places to do certain, share the secrets.
Well, I've always struggled, even as a kid, even in that picture there, I struggled with my weight. So I've always been a heavy guy. I've always been what my grandmother called husky. I've always had to go shop in the husky section. I couldn't stand it as a kid. Get ready for school. My grandmother didn't go out to the husky.
It's nothing wrong with husky though. Don't.
As a kid, it was nothing wrong with it. It's just that no, not no. Oh, I wouldn't dare do that. It's just that for me, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. And I was rewarded a lot with food as a kid. So that
Mm.
was planted in me. It was planted in me the wrong way where food became rewarding to me versus eating it just because I'm supposed to be eating it for nutritional reasons. It
Mhm.
was, a reward to be able to eat certain things. And so found comfort in them. So I ballooned up as I got older to my heaviest, right at 305, right at 300 pounds. 305, I think was the height, was the heaviest. And as an adult, I got that big, but as a kid, I was like a little chubby, a little husky little guy. But as an adult, I got it ballooned up in 2000, maybe 6 or 7, maybe or 8, I think, around 300 pounds. And I lost a lot of weight the first time and just exercising and running and stuff like that. And then the magazine contacted me about doing my story about weight loss. They do an article every year about people half my size. I was featured in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution prior to that about my weight loss success story.
Wow.
Yeah, it was inspiring to so many people. Of course, I got excited about that opportunity and gained all the way back within months. I just was got to do everything right, you know?
Really? I had.
Yeah, I gained all the way back and some. And then in 2014, I started that journey over, and I've been on the right path since then as far as just exercising and trying to trim down and lose weight and all that kind of stuff. And it's been a journey. It's been rewarding. It's been the best thing I could have ever done for my life. I feel like now that I'm 44, when I was 24, I was much more heavier and I wasn't as fit and healthy as I am now. And I feel so much better. I feel so much better. Right before I started losing weight, I was pre-diabetic. So I didn't have to worry about that issue, and hypertension, all that stuff runs in most Black families. Anyway, it was definitely running in my family. And I was trying to run from it. So once I started making those changes, things just started happening for me, as far as going and working out. I started running a lot and just challenging myself and pushing myself. And I was taking baby steps. And
Mhm.
I think I've been successful now over the last few years because I don't beat myself up if I want a piece of chocolate cake, if I want some fried chicken or whatever. I'm going to eat,
Mhm.
but do everything in moderation and in balance. I'm
Mhm.
not one of those cold turkey kind of people. Even when I help people out with their fitness goals and talk to them through their fitness journey, I let them know, hey, don't beat yourself up. Give yourself goals. And when you accomplish that goal, set the next one. and keep going and keep rewarding yourself, but don't beat yourself up when you fall.
Mm-hmm.
And don't go cold turkey on something. Give yourself, instead of eating 3 pieces of candy, maybe get down to 2 and then get down to 1 till you get down to where you don't want to have it anymore. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
I did. And that's what worked for me. But I do also know that everybody's journey when it comes down to fitness and nutrition, everybody's fitness and nutrition journey is different as well. But you
Mm-hmm.
got to find out what works for you, take that and run with it. And that's what I did. So to this day, I work out like crazy. It's therapeutic for me now. I'm just trying to do a lot of maintenance and, and try to, challenge myself and growing in that manner. So it's been well worth the journey. And I know, even though I got a lot of followers on social media, I know that people who are following me may not ever tell me how much I've inspired them. But I
Mm-hmm.
constantly get people in my DMs telling me about how me posting a fitness picture or me doing some exercises or some good exercises or whatever had inspired them to get out the couch and start doing it. So that's what's doing it for the people, then so be it.
She has a perfect behind.
Wouldn't say perfect. I'm working on.
Oh, I would. I would. I've said it to people. Yeah, and y'all know you can call me after the show and tell y'all know I told you. I said go to his page because I don't know how she got this perfect.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm just trying to focus.
Tell us about your femininity journey because your skin is glowing. I mean, all jokes aside, your skin is glowing. Your face is beat. Your hair is laid. Now, wait a minute. Elle told me before she came on, y'all, that she has a team. So for y'all be talking about me, she had I didn't have a team of people today to make me up and go.
I had a team of people just for today. I have a team all the time.
I didn't have a team of people, so don't be talking about me after the podcast. Like Jennifer came on there looking like that. This was not my day to shine. Okay. I just came on regular. This was Elle's days to shining, and as you can see, she is shining bright like a diamond.
Dying like a diamond, no. But
Tell us your femininity journey because I mean, you cute girl.
what's interesting is that I do suffer from body dysmorphia on top of the fact that I'm transitioning.
Really?
Yeah. So, but as I've been transitioning, that's getting better.
Hmm.
But and I said to say, like, even when I was living my life as a male, as Joshua, and people would make comments about me and saying, "Oh, you're so handsome, you look so good, you got a nice body." I could never see that or agree with that. I could never see or agree with it as a guy.
Okay.
But on
Hmm.
this side of the thing, of the spectrum, of this side of life, I see it, I receive it, and I embrace it. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Okay.
So that's what you see when you say I'm glowing. That's what you see because what you're saying, I feel that on the inside. I've never felt that before in my life. I've always felt when somebody say, "You so fine, you so handsome, you this, that, the third." Could never really accept it or receive it. And so being able to understand, give myself, sometimes I'll be doing my makeup or doing my hair or throwing on a wig, and I look in the mirror, I'm like, "Oh, you a bad bitch." You know what I'm saying? And it may sound crazy, but I've never done that before. And it's, what it is, in a nutshell, it's about loving yourself.
Yep. That's what it's about.
And so now I gotta go back, I gotta circle back to God. God allowed me to love on me and love myself. So when I meet people, friends, or even people, if I get in a relationship with somebody, they got to come 100% because I love me. You know what I'm saying? And
I
so
do.
that's what this process has been going. So what you see as far as the radiant or any glow or whatnot, that's because it's on the inside. I'm feeling a different way than I did as Joshua for so many years. And so I think I've always been feminine. I just never really accepted it because again, I've always tried to shun myself away from the transgender conversation.
Hmm.
To the fact that even some of my close friends was like, "Oh, we had no idea. You're not supposed to." There are some people who were like, "Oh, that's not surprising," that kind of thing, which is great too. And so, I've just been taking steps and learning. I never was a person that was a makeup girl or, do makeup or somebody who did hair. All that stuff I'm learning now, for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I've never been like this big fashionista kind of person or whatnot. I'm learning kind of all that stuff now. I'm learning what works for me, what I like, what I don't like, and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a quite an experience.
Yeah, and I think that's important. I did an interview with Lisa Watson Waheed, and I don't know if you're familiar with Julie J from New York.
I've heard of the name from.
So that's her mother. I interviewed her mother, And her mother is the sweetest thing, and she loves Julie J. And so we were talking about how everyone's journey of coming out is very different. And when you're coming out and when you're transitioning, whether you're coming out as gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, whatever, there's a process that we go through. Because she was saying how, as the mother, she's one of those mothers who wants to know every term, every definition. She's Googling everything. And I said on the podcast to her, to think that you're going to know everything is an unrealistic expectation to put on yourself, because even us in this moment, and I talked about how, you know, when I first got into the life and when I first came out, the first woman that I fell in love with was a minister in the pulpit with me. And I had no idea what I was doing when I first got into the gay world. And even though I came out to my quote unquote few people that I did come out to, it wasn't like I could go to them and ask them, how do you date a woman? How do I navigate through this world? So I had to figure out a lot of stuff within myself. I had to figure out my own spirituality. I had to figure out, how does Jennifer now want to navigate and move and present herself? And what am I okay with, in terms of how am I going to walk in my truth? And so, in saying that, I'm saying all that to say this: it is totally understandable that you're still navigating through that process. And people have to give you grace if you don't know everything right now, because as you go on, it's something as simple as, even it took me a while to learn my type. And it's funny, but it's true. I literally had to learn my type. I had to
Mm.
figure out, now that I know a woman is who I'm gonna be with, I needed to figure out which type of woman I want.
Yeah.
Because guess what? There's all kind of colors and types and rainbows. I mean, I was like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Exactly. I know that thing. Yeah.
And just like in the heterosexual world, every dating experience is not a good one.
Yeah.
Every relationship experience is not a good one. And so, you have to navigate through that. You have to navigate through the church aspect of it. You have to navigate through the professional aspect of it, especially if you have any type of real job. I wasn't an entrepreneur then. I worked at someone's company, so I totally get that you're still navigating through it. Now, of course, the people want to know, are you single?
Oh, yes, I am single. Ready to mingle. No, but yeah.
You single, ready to mingle.
In a world where every love story is unique, From Jen with Love celebrates every shade of love. We believe in the power of love that knows no bounds, and we're here to add a sprinkle of joy to your most cherished moments. From the first glimpse of your dream wedding cake to the moment you share the first bite, we're with you every step of the way. Our bespoke cakes are crafted with the utmost care and personalized to reflect your unique journey together. Imagine a cake as unique as your love story. Whether it's the colors of the rainbow that speak to you or the intricate designs that tell your tale, our creations are more than just cakes. They're symbols of celebration, love, and inclusivity. At From Jen with Love, we're proud to stand with the LGBTQ plus community. Our doors are open to everyone, and our mission is to create beautiful, memorable experiences for all couples, because love in all its forms is worth celebrating. Let us be a part of your love story. Together, we'll create a masterpiece that's extraordinary as your love, because every love story deserves to be celebrated. From Jen with Love. Visit our website or call us today to start planning the cake of your dreams.
You single, ready to mingle.
I'm always open to mingle, absolutely, with the right one. But what's interesting is that I'm open to the fact that if it happens, it happens. I'm not rushing anything. I would love. I got out of a relationship about 4 years ago,
Mm.
and that was really my longest relationship or real relationship. We lived together and we basically played house together and played a relationship. But it was interesting because in that just taught me so much about myself. What I don't like, what I tolerate, what I don't tolerate, how people should treat me, how to have those easy conversations that are keeping stuff under the rug. Because I feel like my relationship, even though it lasted like maybe I think 2.5 years, probably was over 6 months in. But because both of us kept trying to make it work and just trying knowing that the romantic side of things is over, we kept just trying to make it work. So when you're trying to make it work, but at the same time, the romantic part of it is gone. We kind of just played house for the latter part of the relationship. And so things started getting a little ugly and ready to go our separate ways. But I'm open to it. I love love. I feel like I would treat my partner exceptionally well.
Now, Elle, you need to put some stipulations on what you're open.
That's exactly where I was going.
We don't want your inbox full of suitors who you don't. And then I want you inboxing me talking about, Jennifer, you have all these people in my box. So y'all listen very carefully.
Right. Sexuality is different from gender identity. Okay. So, but for me, even as a gay guy, I've always been attracted to men. I never was attracted to women in any aspect of that. But, and now, now that I'm transgender, I'm still attracted to men.
So sorry, ladies. Sorry, ladies. Do not go in Elle's box.
Yeah. I appreciate you, ladies.
Ladies of all types, whether you're gay or straight, please do not. She is not interested in dating you. I just want to make it clear, ladies, this is not your call, okay? Now continue. Here we go, gentlemen. Here we go. Gentlemen, sirs, lean in, sirs. Here we go.
Let's really narrow it down. Grown third,
Oh,
grown men,
excuse.
grown man. I can't.
How old is grown?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I will do like 10 years my junior at the youngest.
Okay, because grown. There might be a 21-year-old say he grown.
Yeah, I get a lot of 21, 23-year-olds in my inbox all the time. And I let them know how old they
We're saying 34 or higher.
are higher, right? Now, I don't want to miss out my blessings because there may be a 30-year-old out there that may be the man of my dreams or maybe my soulmate. Open to that if that's the way it goes. They mature and we can really build for each other and vibe. Hey, you never know. I'm not going to just shut down everything. That's old fashioned. I'm not doing that. I don't want no 21-year-old. Let me be clear on that. But so at this point in my life, I do want to get with somebody who I could call my life partner and really settle down and make things work. And that's where I am. So if I can get that person that's on that same page with me and that same vibe, what I want, Jennifer, more than anything, I want to be able to experience somebody who is crazy about me as I am about them. I feel like all the dates I've had in my life, I've always been more crazy about them and wasn't really concerned about the fact, well, how do they feel about me? Do they really, really like me? Do they really, really love me? And so that's where I'm looking at it now. I want you to be just as infatuated and obsessed with me as I am with you. Because I feel like I feel like sometimes you can get such yourself for failure if you get pouring too much into somebody and they don't pour it back into you. Then when it's over, you left empty.
Yes. Look, my old branding manager, he used to say, go where the love is. You need to go where that love is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so that's interesting. So do you want children?
I'm open to it, but you also have to understand. Absolutely. I'm definitely open to it, but you also have to understand I'm a little older. So if I'm meeting somebody who has kids already, I know this stepmom. Step big mama, whatever you want to call it, Not use big mama. I don't like.
Did you say Big Mom? See, this what y'all do not know. Elle is really an undercover comedian. And she's really she is holding it in.
Oh, no. I like to have fun. I can be a fool.
She is. When we were kids, she had us rolling doing. We couldn't pay attention during church because we was laughing, and then we would all get in trouble, and then it would be.
Yeah. We had a time. God was so good to allow us to. That's another conversation. But it was just we had a good time. We had a good time. We learned a lot. There were some things that could have been done differently, but that's in any situation. But I'm glad. I'm so glad.
Don't go there. That's on this a whole nother show. We don't go there.
You're going to dive in deep, so just come back. Come.
Baby. My church trauma series will be starting in July for all of those that are waiting. Okay, so yes, and listen. But I want to say to you, I want to be the first to say on air and in front of America, I am proud of you. Listen, I'm proud of you. I love you for who you are, how you are, where you are, and I think that I'm glad that you realize that God loves you more than I love you, more than anybody else could ever love you. And I'm glad that you don't give a shit what these people think. I'm glad that you live in your truth. I'm glad that you walking in your truth. And I'm so glad that you did not choose to take your life and leave this earth. I hear stories all the time. And see, this is what I need y'all to get in the church and everywhere else. I hear stories of all the time of people who are part of the alphabet soup, the LGBTQ gay community. And because of things that are said and done, they feel that their life is not worth living. And so what I want to remind y'all all, in the great words of my friend, Reverend Dominique Robinson, the blood is for everyone. It's for everyone. It's for everyone. And so, listen, it's just for everyone. It's for everyone. And so I need y'all to stop, kicking people out, stop unincluding people, because y'all do it, but y'all starting to do it in a more slick way. Because you do it more silently and you do it behind closed doors and you have people scared to be themselves. And at the end of the day, it's killing people silently.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that before you left this earth, you were able to be who you are.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful.
Yeah, so I stand with you. And listen, I'm glad you chose Different Perspectives to come on here and debut to the world. Cause honey, you pretty. You are pretty.
This is definitely the debut. This is the coming out video right here, basically.
I'm good.
Right.
I want the world to know.
Oh, love. I just think about, I had so many friends who didn't make their 30th birthday, and and so I'm just grateful that God blessed me to open up my eyes to who I am and who He intended me to be. And that's okay if people don't get that. That's between them and themselves. It got nothing to do with me. But I'm just glad that God gave me the grace and mercy to be able to live my authentic self, my authentic truth. I know that's what ties me closer to Him because I'm living in my truth. And we serve God who is about truth, and who is real. And so because I'm living in my authentic self, it's the best thing in the world. And sometimes I ask God, I'd be like, God, just before I come out as Elle and I'm trying to come out as trans, give me something that say I'm on the right path. And every time I say that, He does. Something to come across the screen about Elle magazine all of a sudden. Or that song may come on the Usher has, Bad Girl, and he mentioned Elle magazine. It's just always something simple like God confirming that I'm on the right path. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited about it. I'm not telling you that it's easy. Like I'm sitting here in front of you right now, this video, I have a lot of anxiety, but made it comfortable for me because first of all, you family. So, but that's the first thing. But I was telling the girl I was doing my hair and the guy doing my makeup earlier. I was like, this is so hard. I'm in the mall with a full beat face hair and everything. People looking like a tall woman. I was walking through the mall and so many Black women was coming up to me and giving me compliments. And I just thought that was so amazing. They didn't care if I was trans. They don't know. All they was like, you are so beautiful.
And you are. And you are.
I love when people give me compliments. I love that. But I love when Black women can look at and see the beauty within and on the outside and be okay with themselves enough to say, you are a beautiful person. I don't know if you're a man or woman or what, but you're beautiful. And that makes me feel so good. I'm really excited about this journey and I'm going to live my life and live my truth and enjoy the ride.
Listen, tell the people how to find you.
Yes. Okay. So my Instagram is Elle De Vaughn. That's ELLE Devaughn, DEVAUGHN. Did you ask me to spell it? No. But just in case you can't spell it.
Yeah, they need to be able to spell, honey. Tell them.
I'm on all platforms. You can find me at Elle De Vaughn. Follow me. I got some great things coming up that I'm doing. I know God can open up more doors, even with this conversation with you now. So there's a lot of great things I want to do. I don't necessarily want to be an advocate. I don't want to be this person going on marching and things like that, but I will stand with the trans community and stand with the LGBT community on anything when it comes down to being fair, being accepted, and them loving themselves, and being treated fairly. One of the things that I'm so grateful for is that my family, my mom, my brother, they support me 100%. They love on me. My mom is constantly giving me makeup tips and hair.
Oh, shout out to the family back home. Shout out to y'all for loving Elle in spite of.
I FaceTime my mom earlier, so she seen my face and my hair and everything. She was I look just like her too, by the way. Which is so interesting now that I'm, living life as a woman. I really look more and more like my mom. But yeah, so Elle De Vaughn, how you can find me? I got a lot going on. I'm always posting fitness videos, so we need some enthusiasm around that.
If you want to see what a perfect gluteus maximus looks like.
The glute queen.
Now listen, ladies, don't be upset. I said if you want to see what a perfect one looks like,
Oh my goodness.
go to the page. And listen, if y'all think I'm lying, go to the page and then inbox me and tell me, was I lying? Okay. Okay. Y'all know I keeps receipts. So y'all go look and then y'all tell me what y'all think. And y'all gonna be like, you was right. If you want to see a perfect,
Girl, we've only just begun. You understand me?
woo, baby. She say we've only just begun.
We've only just begun. Yeah, I think there are things I want to do as far as my transitional process. So I'm not trying to do anything drastic, but there are things I want to do. Let me just put it like.
Okay, so you're not gonna have the surgery.
So that's what when you say the surgery.
Okay, well, see, this is education. Okay. So most of us think when you are trans,
This is good. This is good. I know where you're going.
yeah, to complete the trans process, if you are trans and you are becoming trans and you're a man first, and to complete the process to become a woman, and you cut your penis off. If you are a woman, and see, I don't know if that's possible. If you're a woman and you become trans, do they attach penises?
They can make a penis for you. Yeah, yeah. You didn't know that, girl. But for me, you know, I'm like everybody's journey is different. And
Mhm.
so, but as far as education, you're right. People think that because you're trans, you're going to immediately get your penis cut off, or you're a trans woman. There are a lot of trans women who do not have that type, have not had sexual reassignment, SRS, sexual reassignment surgery. They have not done that or choose not to do that.
And that's the proper terminology for it.
Yeah, that does not make them a woman because they getting their penis cut. Does not make them a woman. How they feel on the inside works for them. So each individual has their own journey. For me, I have not decided that's what I want to do. And you use the word complete. It's not about being complete because you have that surgery, because there are a lot of women who live out there who do have a penis. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're not completely trans.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Correct me. Get me together.
Yeah, it is inappropriate to talk about genitals and dealing with trans people because it is a sensitive subject. Because there are some people opt not to have that go that far. They may get top surgery, or they may get, facial feminization surgery and all that kind of stuff. You can do all that, but that is an option. Want to do that, and so and for that's not something that I'm thinking about right now at all.
Yeah. So when you say surgery, people have to know like there's several surgeries you could have.
Absolutely.
Surgery, not just on your genitals, but you could have surgery. Now I see, and I was under the understanding that you could just take hormones and hormones would give you breasts, but people actually get breasts.
I am on hormones now.
But some people get breasts put on too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that eventually, but I'm trying to be on my hormones for a while to see how much tissue. It has developed a good deal of tissue for me already. So I'm trying to good A size, B size right now. So small B, but everybody's different. Everybody's different when it comes down to the hormones and what it does to your body. For me, the estrogen, because when we do a hormone, so it's pumping estrogen into my body and it's making me more feminine presenting, feminine looking, my hormones, my emotion. It does give you some breast tissue. So if you do go get implants, you have that tissue that they can work with to really give you that look that you're going for. So that's where I am now. So I'm not rushing to do that surgery. I'm waiting to see just how much breast tissue is developed based on the hormones. And so far, everything's been mapping, been going with them.
Wow. Okay. Well, see, and again, education, everybody has to understand that in all walks of this, it's a process.
It's a process. And I like sharing with people and telling people, like you said, like we didn't know about this, some of the stuff. So our terminology, so I encourage people to ask questions.
I would rather ask than assume any day of the week. Because I've had people ask me questions about lesbianism, and I'm like, huh? But I would rather you ask me than to assume wrong, because the assumptions that we sometimes hear, and this being in the community, the assumptions that we sometimes hear is nowhere near close to what it is. And a lot of times it's nowhere near as bad as what you think. You just need to ask.
Just ask the question. Yeah.
People be scared to ask. And it's like, if you just ask the question, you'll find that you probably can digest the answer much better than whatever you thought it was.
Exactly. That is so true. And I just encourage people to ask questions and educate themselves, because that makes us better overall. And it helps some of the prejudgment and the, like you said, the assumption. If you just ask questions and talk about it and deal with it, but you'll be surprised how many people, if you're not a part of the LGBT or the alphabet soup, they just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
you know? And for me, all I ask is that I be respected as a person, as an individual. I ask that even though you may not know anything about, this lifestyle, if you will, or this about trans lives, is that you just respect me. And if you've always loved me as Joshua, I just want you to love me as Elle now. If you can't deal with that, then it's okay. I'll see you when I see you. I'm just about cool vibes and peace in my life right now. And if you don't love me or can't understand or whatnot or can't get me, then it's okay. May the Lord watch between me and thee.
While we're absent,
While we're absent, one from the other.
one from look, may his peace be with you.
Till we meet again, that's why I'm like, on some real stuff, I just let God put people in my life now that are for me. And if they're not for me, show me so I can be like, so I can give them the benediction and move on by my life.
Because the truth is, we ain't got to meet again.
We don't have to. It's all good. And there's some people who are in your life for a chapter. That chapter is closed. God thought what's the next chapter, and I can't drag you wrong with it. All good. No love lost. I have a lot of friends, who are really friends. Well, no, I'm not gonna quote. They were friends, but sometimes that chapter was closed. And I'm always the type of person to be like, well, let's just give them another chance. Let's just keep going. They give me another chance. I'm not saying it's always their fault. But I'm just saying there's some things that you be fighting for, you're not supposed to. And God's like, I put a period to that. Why you keep putting a comma?
Yes.
Yeah,
well, I totally agree with you. I mean, there are some people now, they cringe when they hear me say my wife. And my thought is, so then why do you still associate with me?
I'm about to say something. Why do you F with me? Basically, so about, but
Well, I be trying not to say things like that in public. June is Pride Month. You absolutely know that I'm going to post things about Pride.
I know that's right.
And this is the worst month to be posting a gay joke because I will delete you.
Exactly. Don't come for me. That's a man. That's this, that.
No. It's like if you already, if one thing I don't try to do is force my gayness on other people, but I do demand that you respect me and you respect who I love, or else we won't come around.
Exactly. Respect who you love too. Right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's family, friends.
I have a cousin. One time, when something happened with somebody else in the family, and the cousin, I remember she hollered out, and it tickled me. I mean, I screamed. It tickled me. She said, "I ain't got to see them again." Like I don't have to
Real talk. Yeah.
bring my gay tail around you if me talking about me having a wife irritates you.
Exactly.
I don't
have to be around that. And that protects your peace. And that's why I'm like, God, just let me be around people who are
see. I'm not gonna let you disturb my peace.
exactly who gonna bring me peace. I'm gonna bring them peace, and I'm like good vibes, good energy. The love is there, the respect is there. I don't want you calling me he. I'm letting you know my name is Elle. My pronouns are she and her.
Your pronouns are not they though.
No, not they. Just she and her.
She and her. Okay.
If I'm sitting up here like this, full glam, hair, pretty cute, everything. Don't be like, Josh, you crazy. Don't be called referring to me as the man, all that kind of stuff. And I haven't had that happen to me. I know it probably will. It's okay. But I'm just like my family and close friends need to understand and learn. But I give them grace because some people have known me for so many years as a male. And as Josh, of course, it takes time. Like even with you, you said, excuse me if I refer to you wrong, if I, go back or use the wrong pronouns. As long as you're not disrespectful, we can rock.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I think again, I'm super duper proud of you. You definitely look gorgeous.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate it.
No doubt about that.
And I want to tell you too, your maturity and your growth and what you're doing, I am also proud of you too. You are doing the thing. I'm just following you like we follow each other on social media. And I just look at that, look at Jennifer. Look at her. Go on, girl. And that's all what I'm saying? Yeah, I just be happy for people, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just so excited that, you reached out and we talked and we were able to do this. But I'm excited about you and great things to come from you. And you are putting a mark and an imprint in this community, and your voice is needed, your education and your process and your experience is needed. So keep doing what you're doing. You are making a difference in our lives, and we appreciate what you're doing and all the work you're doing.
I thank you for that. Now I'm finna end this for you to get me to crying. Listen, y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening in. I thank y'all for letting Elle present herself. This has been such a great occasion. Please go follow her. Like I said, if y'all want to see a picture of a perfect gluteus maximus, go. I tell no lies. But I want y'all to go follow her anyway because she is fabulous. And then now the boys, y'all go fill up that inbox. Don't fill up mine, okay? Right, the right she did say her type, so the right ones, but again, don't fill up mine. I cannot forward her any messages, okay, and I will not, okay? And so there we have it, and so but this has been a great show, and you know what? We're gonna get together again.
Yes, we do. Please do. Please make sure I'm down for that. I also want to say, today's the anniversary of the Post nightclub shooting was today, and we're doing this. So just want to pay tribute to them, to those 49 lives that were lost, and people who are living they're living their authentic self and their truth, enjoying themselves, lost their lives that day. And so now here we are, years later, able to live our lives and live our lives with pride. But we do pay tribute and respect and memory to those lives that were lost on this day in 2014.
Absolutely, and we keep their family and their friends in our prayers because we know that, those people are gone and their family and friends are still dealing with the loss. We wanna definitely thank you for reminding me of that, Elle, I appreciate that. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
thank you all for listening. This has been just a great, great episode. I enjoyed it so much. Thank you, Elle, again for letting us in your life and telling us about your journey. I don't know how you cannot be inspired from this episode. It was just beautiful. So until we meet again, you know all what I say. Take good care, keep listening, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, listeners. Jennifer here, host of Different Perspectives. As we celebrate Pride Month, I want to take a moment to share something very special with all of you. Have you ever found yourself navigating the complex journey of parenthood after your child has said to you they're gay? It can be a challenging road to walk, but let me assure you, you're not alone. That's why I wrote the booklet, Shades of Acceptance, Navigating Parenthood After Coming Out. In this heartfelt booklet, I share my own experiences along with practical advice and compassionate guidance to help parents like you understand, accept, and support your LGBTQ plus children with love and authenticity, no matter how old they are. Whether you're struggling with questions of faith, acceptance, or simply how to best support your child, Shades of Acceptance offers insight and wisdom to guide you on this journey. I encourage you to get your copy today. Head over to Amazon or my website, www.thejenniferexperience.com, to grab your copy today. As a matter of fact, I have a special treat for you. If you use the code PRIDE, PRIDE, you'll get $10 off either the e-booklet or a physical copy. Let's make this Pride Month a celebration of love, understanding, and acceptance for all. Thank you for listening, and remember, love is always the answer, and love still conquers all. I love all of you. Take good care.